Good morning and welcome to Daybreak. I'm Deb Uren. I am now the I'm the treasurer of the Oxford Chamber of Commerce. Yeah, we changed positions now that it's a new year. And I'm also the owner and CEO of Great Energy LLC. Here with
Terry Stiles. I'm the manager of OCTV. And do I have a position on the chamber?
Yes, you're still our secretary.
Still secretary. Okay.
Yep.
I fell down on the job and missed the last meeting, so that's what happens.
Right.
You always get some kind of assignment if you miss the last meeting.
Exactly. She missed our very first board meeting of 2022. She had another appointment, and so all of a sudden she forgets her title.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Easily I forget.
It's your second year on doing this for us, Terry, so we really and truly appreciate it. So first thing I'd like to do is to just talk about our renewing members that we've had so far this year. AT&T, Casimir Tool, Echo Grove Camp, Lake Orion Plumbing, Heating and Cooling, and then our professional members, we've got Moto Medic and Vibe Credit Union, along with White Wolf Hardscape. He's a very interesting gentleman. I failed to remember his name. I've talked with him at a couple of different coffee connects that we've had. So he's located out in the Sterling Heights area, but finds it very and good for him to be a part of our chamber here. So that's it is. It's good. It's good to know.
So you mentioned the professional membership. There's different levels of membership, right?
Yes. We have our basic membership, which the majority of the members come on at that, and that's $195 a year. Then we have our professional, and boy, now you've caught me.
Golden or something, isn't there? There is one more.
There is a third level now, and with each of these levels, you are given more advertising that we do for you, more promoting. I always like to make it such that we are talking about the members when they renew, and really the beginning of the year is when our membership renewals really take place. Probably next time you see us, I'll have a much longer list because the January invoices are out, and I'm one of them. I received my invoice.
And last year it was kind of rough because of COVID.
Yes.
And so we're anticipating, we already have seen people coming back.
Yes.
As their business picks up. It's really nice to see those faces again and see those names again.
It truly is, yes.
It's such a benefit to belong to the chamber. I really think that people that don't belong do not understand the benefits that the chamber does for them. And advertising alone, which OCTV has done a lot of work with the chamber members.
You sure have.
Just promoting their business or putting together a nice informational package for them. And we would do that for anybody in the community, but we've done, it seems like, quite a bit of extra stuff for chamber members.
You did.
They need it.
You did a number of like mini interviews, and wow, what a great way to build up your business. Myself, as being not a brick and mortar, you will not see Great Energy LLC sign out on on Main Street or anything like that, because I do work out of my home. And so I do a lot of networking, which is yet another thing that the chamber truly offers. With our mix and mingles, those are on the last Tuesdays of the month, and we like to recognize our different restaurants around town so that we can do that mixer there at their location, and we had advertising that goes on there, but we're also promoting that business throughout the month. A little bit later you'll hear where our January mix and mingle is going to be.
They're fun. I like
They're
them.
always
They're really
fun.
neat.
And now things are getting a little bit better as far as people wanting to get out, get out of their homes and be able to do things like that. And we're still kind of watching over with the social distancing and such. So, but really the Chamber has done well with our mixers. We've done well with the Coffee Connects. Now, our next Coffee Connect is going to be done on a Zoom meeting. I don't know if Terry was aware of that, but we're going to be doing it on a Zoom. It turns out that our executive director, Amy Desatel, she has been hit with COVID, and so she's out of the office, still doing work, but not physically being in the office. And she's always the key player in both our mixers and our Coffee Connects. So by doing it on Zoom, she's able to then still be a part of it. And that's what's really important. I mean, number one, she wants to be a part of this. And number two, it's imperative that she is, because she is the face of the Oxford Chamber of Commerce.
The nucleus of what happens and what gets planned and what goes on. She and Sarah.
And Sarah has been a tremendous
didn't she?
help. I'll tell you, that girl, she has done a phenomenal job. She truly, truly has. We're very fortunate. We have two wonderful ladies that are there in our office helping, for sure.
You know, and that reminds me, I just had a conversation this morning that COVID has taught us a lot. And the most important thing is to be flexible. And Sarah, it reminded me, Sarah just stepped in, and Amy was able to then stay home and recuperate, because that was a rough one for her. It's taught us patience, I think, and it's taught us appreciation for one another and for what we're able to do for each other. I think it's
so true,
imperative that we support one another, and that the Chamber sure does that.
And that's really the main reason for wanting to be part of the Chamber, because this is what we're doing. We're here working for you, helping you to meet people, that you wouldn't normally meet had you not attended one of these events that we have. I call them events, even though they're not really an event, but you know, an event would be like our Coffee Connect, or like our upcoming community breakfast that Terry and I are going to talk about in a little while.
We have that golf outing.
We have our golf outing.
In June. Was it June or May? Or it was cold,
it's going to be June. We like to have it the Friday before Father's Day.
Oh, that's right.
And I'll tell you, it has brought a lot of dads. It's brought a lot of dads to be part of the golf outings. You know, the kids are there, and it's kind of like, I'm going to invite my dad. This will be a nice little outing.
Yeah.
So
It is a fun event.
we find that each year that we've been doing this, we've grown in the number of teams.
Gosh, I know.
And boy, talk about golf outing. Last year we had one of the worst weather days.
Cold,
it was
rainy.
Cold, rainy. Oh my
Windy.
goodness. Oh, geez.
Man, those people showed up. I mean, we were registering people for an hour and a half.
Yes.
That was awesome. That was
It
great.
truly was.
Really fun.
It truly was. It was good to know that, although really you're true golfers, they'll golf in the snow.
Yeah, right.
You know,
January 1st. I see
exactly.
that.
So with
funny.
that, I mean, you know, your golfers will be there, but it really, I mean, I started that day wondering, oh my goodness, I wonder how many no-shows we're going to have, and that did not happen.
No, that was a fun day.
So our events are a lot of fun, but you know what? We're going to take a real quick break, so don't go away. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Daybreak. Terry and I were talking about our mixers that the Chamber has, our mix and mingles. So our next one is going to be the last Thursday of January, and we're having it at Gravel Capital, which is at 14 North Washington Street, right on Main Street there. So our mixers go from 4 to 6, so if you're able to arrive at 4, fantastic. But if it turns out that you get off work at, let's say, 5 or so, please just stop on in, say hi, grab a drink, and talk with everybody. That's what the whole purpose of our mixers really and truly are. Bring your business cards if you like. You can share your business cards, talk about your business, but just enjoy. You'll always be meeting somebody new. I know I do.
And they're getting more and more crowded. I don't mean to use that term negatively.
Right.
It's really nice to have to kind of wangle your way in and say hi to everybody on the way in. It's really, really nice to see it's growing. It really is. No matter where we have it, people show up.
For sure,
It's
for
really
sure.
cool. So that's a good opportunity to network with other businesses in the community.
And find out what
Get
your
references.
fellow neighbors really, what they're doing.
Yeah.
You know, what
Yeah.
is your business? What is it that you're doing? And share your ideas, and you never know what you may share is something that someone else needs, and you've made that connection. Perfect.
You know, this kind of brings to mind, we're looking to put a sign out on the other side of our building that faces Seymour Lake Road. And I would like to see that sign, a light-up sign. So I'm calling all these sign companies to get bids. Well, do they know an electrician? Do I know an electrician? Gosh, we have to have an electrician. So going to something like that, you can put this guy together with this guy to get the one job done.
Right.
It really is helpful to be able to know who's in your community. Fortunately, I do have an electrician in mind because I know the business community. But if you're new to the area and you don't know the business community, this is a great way to put people together.
Absolutely. And for those of you, even if you're not a chamber member, please, you can still
Oh, yeah,
come.
right.
This isn't just for chamber
Oh, yeah.
members. We let everybody know. So really, if you're interested, by all means,
Yeah.
stop in.
Please. come
Yes.
in. And then that way you can maybe be enticed to join the chamber.
Absolutely.
We can feature your business too.
That's right. That's right. But speaking of those mixers, we're also looking for other places that would like to host one of our mixers. So if you are one and you would like it to be held at your establishment, please get in touch. Just send an email off to info@oxfordchamber.net and let Amy know that way. And then we'll be able to get in touch with you, and who knows, we might be at your place
That's
for our
a
next
great way
mixer.
for them to show off their business too.
Absolutely.
How many people, you could get 20, 30 people in there.
Sure.
And show off your business of what you're doing in the community.
Sure.
If people don't know who you are, that's a great way for them to do it.
Yep, and that's also a great way even for our Coffee Connects. Even though this upcoming one, the first Tuesday in February, it's going to be a Zoom, but we're only doing that hopefully for just this next one. You never know. It might be for both February and March, but we'll just kind of play that one by ear. But even with that, if your business that you would like to have it held at your business, by all means, once again, info@oxfordchamber.net. Let Amy and Sarah know that you are interested, and they will, give you all the details. And those Coffee Connects are done from 8 to 9. The next one being a Zoom, you're going to have the link, so it is imperative that you do send off an email. Just say, Amy, I'm interested, please send me the Zoom link, and they will get you all, set up for that. So,
You gotta have your own coffee this time.
Yep, you got to have your own coffee. That's right. Your own coffee and donut.
Those mixers, you don't have to be a restaurant business
No.
for the mixer. You just have to have an establishment that we can all join at.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we were at the bed and breakfast for that one.
One
That
of my
was
favorites.
lovely.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was.
Nice little bed and breakfast on Baldwin Road.
Yep.
They did a beautiful
They
job.
did.
That was
They
fun.
did. That was a lot of fun.
I like those things.
Okay, how about our next real event now is coming up in March, and that is our State of Community Breakfast and Awards. As always, we love to have this out at Independence Village, so Chef is already working on his menu as to what he's going to be placing.
Delicious.
Always delicious, always delicious. So registration is going to close by February 28th. So some of the speakers that we're going to be having, I'm going to read this just so that I say this all properly. Alexa Kramer, who is the Director of Government Operations from the Small Business Association of Michigan. So I would have to assume that we're going to have quite a presentation that she'll be bringing over to us. Right. Then Joe Madur, who of course is our village manager, he's going to be speaking. And Jack Curtis, who is our township supervisor, Charter Township of Oxford, he too is going to be speaking. So we're going to be hearing everything that's coming up and that's in the works by both of these, by both Joe and Jack, and that way you really get the know of what's happening in our community. So always a pleasure to have this. Our last one had to be done on Zoom. So we're all getting used to Zoom now, but it's nice to be able to know that we're going to have this one in person.
Yeah, that room fills up too.
It really does.
That was the year before last.
Oh my.
It was a very crowded room.
It was
fun.
full.
Yeah.
The date for that is March 7th, and it's going to be from 8:30 in the morning till 10. And we normally kind of hang around there for a bit because people, once again, you're still networking, and you've got people that you want to talk with, and so it just makes for a really pleasant day of starting off your day.
Yep,
We're
sure
having
does.
breakfast and getting all of this experience of hearing what's going to be happening in our community.
Right.
So once again, that is March 7th. Registration is going to close February 28th. So
Isn't that nice that we're starting to talk about spring stuff?
yes, boy, I'll tell you, I can't wait for this weather to warm up.
I
You
can't
know,
either, yeah.
we haven't had the
It
snow,
hasn't been bad.
but boy, the cold. It has truly been cold.
It got cold, and from what I understand, Parks and Recs opened the skating rink out there, and it's staying frozen.
Is it really?
Yeah, it is. I know they had, a couple years ago, I think it was 2 years ago, there were issues with it not staying frozen, and it is right now. It's out there and frozen, and I think they're having, they have an event coming up in February too, so keep an eye on that, Parks and Recs out there.
Outside.
It will be out at the skating rink out there.
Oh,
It's nice.
cool.
That'll be fun. Yeah.
That is
And
cool.
that might be the last hurrah before we have spring stuff.
And that,
That'd
you
be
know,
nice.
that works for me.
Doesn't sound too bad, huh?
No. I'm not one, I quite honestly, of like if we had a toboggan run and we had that type of an event, I'm not a winter person. I mean, I've lived in Michigan my whole life.
You know, Parks and Recs does a lot of stuff
Yeah.
out there, out back there, way back there.
Way back there.
And they had a group yesterday. They walk every Wednesday morning, and these people,
Oh,
they're
good for
bundled
them.
up. They go all the way to the back of the park, and it was cold. It
Yes.
was like 15 degrees.
No, yesterday was warm.
Then it was the day before.
Oh
It was
yeah,
a really
because
cold
yesterday we made it up.
Oh, that's right, it
I
was
was
nice
hearing
yesterday.
Detroit was up to 43.
Gosh, and then it got cold.
Oh,
in
it got
the
very cold
evening.
that night. Yes, it did.
So
Yes,
stay
it
bundled
did.
up and come out to the park and go ice skating.
Super. Listen, we've got to take just another real quick break, so don't go away. We'll be right back. guys, welcome back. Terry now is going to be talking about a lot of things that are going on with OCTV and some other events that are taking place in our community as well.
Yeah, so I just want to remind people there are events going on out at Seymour Lake Park most of the time. Just keep an eye on their website, or if you want to give them a call, it's their telephone number is 628-1720, and find out what's going on. There's always classes going on for seniors and exercise. And I spoke with Ron. I did an interview with Ron Davis the other day. If you want to watch our news, it's in the middle of the news. But he was talking about an event that they're going to have in February out at the ice rink, and they're going to have bathrooms available. They're hoping to have the kitchen opened up so that they can serve hot dogs, etc. So it's going to be fun. Keep an eye on their website, and it's oxparksrec.org is their website. And then for OCTV, we have, it's a new day, it's a new year. We have all kinds of proposals that we will present to our board in February. Our board meetings are the last Monday of the month. So in February, it will be the 28th. And we have them at the township, at the Oxford Township Chamber at usually 4:30. You can also find that on our website, which is occtv.org. And I encourage you to, if you can't make it to our meetings, please watch them on YouTube. They're interesting. I love to give a history of OCTV. I've been here for 23 years, but I also like to give a history of where our funding comes from. And that funding comes from your cable bill. If you are purchasing cable, Charter or AT&T, and some people in the community get Comcast, at the bottom of that bill it says franchise fees, and that's our revenue. It goes through your municipality, so the Oxford Township, so that the municipalities have the option to keep that money or pass it on to the television station in their community. Oxford Township passes on the full franchise fees, the Village of Leonard and the Village of Oxford and Addison Township keeps half of those franchise fees into their general fund, and they give us half. So that's where our revenue comes from. We're doing pretty good. I know everybody says cable's going to die out, but you still have to have your internet, which is also cable. So anyhow, what we're doing with those funds, I'm proposing that we buy a sound booth for the studio. Unfortunately, when we built, we did not build a sound booth, and now podcasting is becoming a big deal. So we want to give, in the future, in the spring, hopefully through Parks and Recs, we want to give podcasting classes. We want to give voiceover classes, or editing classes, or videography classes, lighting, audio. We're planning on giving these classes through Parks and Recs from spring on. So anyhow, I'm going to propose to our board that we purchase a sound booth for our studio. Lake Orion does podcasting from theirs, and they're very successful. A couple weeks ago, we had a tour from the seniors, and two young men came in here, and that was their first question: do you help do podcasting?
Wow.
We're interested. We're coming in here because we want to know how to do podcasting. We want to know how to do editing. So that gave me the idea, and I've always said since we moved in here that we need a voiceover area, because it does echo in here. So anyhow, that's one really exciting thing. Also, we want to start advertising in the community. So we're looking at putting something on the billboard on M24, so keep an eye on that. We're also looking at having contests on Facebook where people can win gift cards. So keep an eye on us. You can get a hold of us through our telephone number, 248-628-9658. We're always looking for volunteers. And by volunteers, I mean, if you want to learn the camera, we will put you behind a camera, we'll show you how to run it, and you're on your own. If you want to create a program, come on in, we'll show you how to do it. We'll work with you as you're creating a program.
You can't, my gosh, that is offering
It's fun.
so much.
And it's just fun.
Well,
I mean,
look at
kids
even when
love-
when I came in today, excuse me, but when I came in today and I was talking to both you and Dan about the lighting in here, all the Zoom meetings that I'm on and attend and I facilitate, I'm like, my coloring is a little bit off, but you come in here and
it looks
so,
pretty good.
yeah, everything is great. So we had a little brief discussion about that, but to be able to offer that for our people that are interested in learning, that is phenomenal.
And you know, it's the interest is growing. That is our furnace. Sorry about that. It is pretty cold today. But the interest is growing in young kids, but even older adults, that they want to impart information through
Yes.
podcasting. Or there's TikTok and all those other things that are growing out there. There's Rumble and there's YouTube, and people they want their voices heard.
Yes.
And as far as I'm concerned, and I've said this 100 bazillion times, we are the front porch of this community. In the 20s and early, before air conditioning, everybody went out on their front porch and visited with each other and
Yeah.
imparted information to each other in their local area. They didn't just Paul Revere and run all over the place on a horse. They talked to each other. And so I feel like we are the front porch of the community.
For sure.
And we are so willing to help people communicate.
And you've got such a phenomenal crew here. I mean, every time I come here to be able to do these recordings, you know, everybody here is just so friendly, very willing to help, answer questions. It's just a great group of people. And our community should, you know, I mean, their doors are open.
All the
You
time.
come in, just say, hey, I just wanted to say hi.
Yeah.
Really, I mean, we as Oxford are very fortunate to be able to have
Oh my
a
gosh.
place like
Yeah.
this, to have our own television center here is like, wow.
And it's not like we're just doing what we do for a community, one community, and people kind of get bored with it. So what? It's only going out to Oxford or Addison, and that's not true. We have everything on Facebook
Yep.
and YouTube. We have our website, but we're also, here's another new thing, we're also going to soon be on live feed, Roku, Fire Stick, Hulu,
Really?
because we have a new system that will impart all that information and programming. That's about to be set up, hopefully by the end of February.
Wow, that's over my head as to how all of that
I don't
works.
even know. It's gonna be
but
an
it's
education.
phenomenal. Yeah.
Anybody that wants to get information out there, whether it's from here to Detroit or California or just Oxford, we are the place that you can do that.
Well, I'm gonna put in a plug here. I have to. With my business, Great Energy LLC, I am a personal growth coach. I have started to become a trainer and a coach through an organization called Your Platinum Future, and I will be doing a 1-hour webinar on harmony within our own lives and how we live in harmony if you have these 3 little segments of your life all in order. I wanted to promote that, but to know what Terry just said, I can let this be known because I'm with a group of phenomenal people. We are from all over the world, literally. This is located in Canada. At the end of this month, we have one of our coaches from Africa. She is going to be talking. And so I have another coach that's out in California who is a retired chief from one of our branches of the service here. She's phenomenal. I've taken classes from her. This is something that to know that I can share this here is unbelievable. And so on that note, I want to thank you for allowing us the privilege of your time. Terry and I are thrilled that you're here. You were able to hear us. And until next time, take care and have a great week.
Bye-bye.